What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the very first time. Oh my goodness, what a show this is. I mean, the last 2 weeks, just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I can't believe Jeff saw it coming. I didn't see it coming, but so good. So good. This week's episode, I'm watching season 3, episode 19. Gray 17 is missing. Okay, I have a confession to make. Nobody tell Jeff. All right, here, let's just talk. You know, we do our best to stay spoiler free here at Babylon 5 for the first time because we've never seen anything past this particular moment. Here's the thing. I've been tipped off on this episode. I've heard about this episode. I know that this is an episode that JMS has apologized for because it is so bad, or some aspect of it. I'm not sure exactly what the whole story is. I know that this episode is often thought of as not a good episode. I know that going into it because you try to avoid spoilers, but you know, occasionally a couple leak through. And this is one that actually I'm going to blame our friends over at the Gray 17 podcast because this title probably would never have jumped out to me if it hadn't been for them. So Scott and all you folks over there, this is your fault. I remember people talking about this episode saying JMS actually apologized for it because it was so bad. So is it really that bad? Gosh, I hope not, because coming off of last week, and frankly, maybe it's just because last week was so high, this just hits a valley. Like, it may not actually be that bad of an episode. It's just compared to the last one. So I don't know. All right, my prediction for this episode, I'm going to give this one a chance. I'm going to give it a fighting chance. My prediction for this episode is that Gray 17 is one of two things. Either one, it's a code name for a secret agent. I kind of like that idea. 007, Gray 17. It's missing. The other one is I know that the station has sections that are color-coded with numbers. Brown 7, blue 24, Gray 17. Perhaps this is actually a part of the station that left over from last week is still blipping through time, and it's going in and out. That was my thought. That was my prediction on what it is. What really happens here, I have no idea. I've never seen this one before. You guys, mostly those of you out there have, and I'm going to watch it for the very first time right now. You guys make sure down in the comments, no spoilers. Please, I just told you, I've kind of been spoiled to this one a little bit. No spoilers down in the comments below. And while you're here, make sure you like, subscribe. It looks like only half of you out there watching are subscribed. So subscribe. Let's go. Let's have fun. We're having a lot of fun here at Babylon 5 for the first time, especially now that we're in the back half of season 3. Holy cow, what a season this has been so far. Okay, let's jump into episode 19 of season 3. Gray 17 is missing.
What am I thinking?
I don't work for free.
What am I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. And I think you're real cute, too. Look, I really need this job.
But you're not a telepath.
I can learn. I'm a quick study.
Out.
I'll be an intern. I work cheap.
Out.
Great. See? It's not what you can do, it's who you know. Typical.
You know, this is not a job that you can fake it till you make it.
Going?
Slowly. I hate being this open about it.
I agree, but I don't see any other way to do it. We need as many telepaths as we can get if we're going to take on the shadows.
Yeah, gearing up for the
Unfortunately,
Shadow
every time
War.
we tell them about that part, most of them quit instantly.
Is he in a manhole?
Yeah, listen, Central. I've gone over these cables half dozen times. I can't find a problem.
We're still reading a dead power relay in Gray 16.
Well, there's a problem. I don't know how the hell to...
Is this a monster episode?
Babylon Project.
Is this sci-fi does horror? Is this a monster episode? Oh, please let it be that. By the way, dude's communicator was an ink pen. That's almost as good as Qui-Gon's communicator in Star Wars Episode 1 being a lady's leg razor. All right, let's go. Let's go, Minbar. You know, this place. The people getting the full unedited version will probably be able to see this a little better than those of you on YouTube because you guys on YouTube have the watermark. But if any of you guys out there play Zelda Breath of the Wild, this looks like Zora, the Kingdom of Zora from that every single time. It's exactly what it looks like.
The loss of Ranger 1 was a great blow to us. He spoke of
Did that say what I think it just said?
of Ranger.
Robert Englund. Robert, this is going to be a horror episode. That is Freddy. That is Freddy Krueger, dude with the knives, get you in your sleep and your dreams. That's Freddy Krueger is in this episode. Yeah, come on, horror, sci-fi. It's probably gonna be cheesy and campy too. That's probably why JMS had to apologize for it. Let's go. I'm in. Let's go. Robert Englund, man, love that.
You sure you checked out the area?
Absolutely. We went through all 29 gray levels.
I mean 30. There's 30 levels in Gray Sector.
Nope, 29.
No, the schematics.
Say 30, I know. Take my word for it. I went down every floor of this place myself and counted. It's 29, for sure.
I think it's a great idea. You are the natural choice to take over as head of the Rangers.
It's a logical.
So, time out. Something you guys may or may not know about me is I spent a good deal of time, about 3 years, living in the country of South Korea. In the country of South Korea, buildings there generally don't have a 4th floor because it's considered unlucky. So, building elevators just go from 3 to 5. Is that what Gray 17 is? It's a floor. So, it just jumps from 16 to 18. Is that what it is? And now we're going into, it's got to be, this has to be like Twilight Zone, Phantom Zone type stuff. All right, let's do it. Although I got to tell you, I'm actually a little more interested in the whole Delenn Ranger thing. All right, let's go.
A brilliant strategy, Delenn. I had not thought you capable of such ambition. Clearly, I was mistaken.
What are you talking about?
The Rangers are commissioned after 1,000 years of silence. The religious caste begins constructing new warships without the knowledge or consent of the warrior caste.
You chose not to act. Someone had to.
Perhaps. Which is why we let you have them in the beginning. Even allowed Sinclair to train them, even though it meant diluting their purity by allowing humans to join alongside our own people.
Dilute their purity.
But now their training is complete, they require new leadership. By right of tradition, the warrior caste should be given command of the Rangers. That was the law, as set down by Valen. 3 castes: worker, religious, warrior. They build, you pray, we fight.
You violated that law when the warrior caste became dominant in the Grey Council.
But the Grey Council no longer exists. You disbanded it.
I'd forgotten
so
about
what do we
that.
have now, Delenn?
At least that they were
You
disbanded.
have
I forgot
undergone
about
the
that.
transformation promised by Valen, broken the council, and created a vacuum of power, refused the position of Ranger 1, and turned control of the Rangers over to the warrior caste, where it belongs.
I'm sorry. I can't hear every time to Ranger 1. I can't hear that without just thinking of the Power Rangers. Go Power Ranger. I'm sorry. I can't. It makes me laugh. I know this is a serious moment. So Naroon wants control of the Rangers because he's scared that Delenn is going to use it to consolidate power as a leader for herself or in the religious caste. I mean, it's probably a legit concern that he has, given everything that Delenn has been doing, especially to the outside. That could really look like somebody's preparing for a power grab. I kind of see where Naroon's coming from.
Delenn, he's planning to kill you.
That is one interpretation.
He said he would use any and all means necessary. I respectfully suggest that he intends to go far beyond harsh language.
Anir, no Minbari has killed another in 1,000 years.
Yes, but if the Grey Council is gone and the rules have changed, what else has changed?
You know, it's an interesting idea here. A real interesting thought of, if it's been 1,000 years, that's like since the time of Valen. So who was the last one to kill?
1, 2, 3.
Nope. You're already on like 5 and 6. Nope. His timing was way off there. So there's 17 right there. All right. So I thought it'd go skip and go straight to 18. So Gray 17 just takes twice as long to get to.
1, 2. Emergency stop. Open tube doors.
This is not a valid level designation. Safety procedures require...
Security override. Unlock tube doors. Allow manual open.
So wait a minute. Can anyone just say security override and it works? Like, you don't need a passcode. You don't need to like punch in an ID number. It doesn't even ask you for who you are. You just say security override and all of a sudden it works. Okay. I know. It's a voice print. Whatever. Come on. Go with me. It's a joke. All right, let's do it. Uh-oh. And now the tube's gone, right?
You shouldn't be here. You're in trouble.
Dude. That dummy is creepy as all get out. Did it just shoot him with something? Is that drugs? Did he get shot with like a tranq dart or something?
Garibaldi station house.
Told you. Told you.
Dude, that dude is creepy. Did they take his link off his hand? Yeah. And I bet that hurt just a Velcro coming off the back of his hand. Dude, that dummy is just... Okay, you know what? JMS deserves like a creator credit for the Saw franchise. Because that dummy is shooting stuff out. Want to play a game? Oh my gosh. There he is. There he is. That's Robert England.
I don't suppose this is the best time to point out you're all under arrest.
Consider...
That's a Freddy hand.
The hand.
That's a Freddy hand. 100%.
Veins, capillaries, all trapped inside ephemeral, translucent flesh. My name is Jeremiah. Welcome to the end of the world.
When I was a child, he would take me with him to temple, carried me on his shoulder so that I could see everything. One day, I came outside with him to go to temple, and he said, "I'm sorry, Delenn. You are too big now for me to carry you." Realized then, my father would never again carry me in his arms. I felt such loss. And I knew for the first time that someday I would lose him. Then I looked in his eyes, and I saw that he was thinking the same thing. I don't think I ever loved him more than at that moment.
You know, I have a little girl who is the absolute light of my life. I love her with all my heart, as all parents should, but I just, like, she is the best thing ever. And she's not quite at that spot where I can't carry her anymore, but she is almost there. And that's heartbreaking from my side of that, of thinking like, there's going to be a day where I'm not going to be able to carry her anymore. There is a bit of mortality when you think about that, but I'm not worried about the mortality. Just that idea of like, there's going to be a day where I can't just pick my little girl up. That's my little girl, man. Like, I don't know. I suppose it's right and proper. That's how things work. But man, I've never thought about that moment. Thanks, JMS. I appreciate it. Gosh, I don't come here to cry. Is this on Babylon 5? Yeah, it sure is. There's a poster back there. And there's the Babylon 5 symbol. Uh-oh, what's going on?
So, you must be Nehru.
Oh, dude, he doesn't even have his jacket
get
on.
Involved in things that don't concern you. My quarrel is with Delenn.
Then your quarrel is with me.
Do you have any idea who I am?
I do. But the only way you will get to her is through me. I invoke Den Shah.
To the death. Not bad.
Oh, he has one of those stick pike things too.
I was taught the pike by Delenn himself.
Really? So was I.
Where's Marcus? I thought for sure he'd be here.
Okay, but she just lay at her feet. What is that?
One day, the universe will truly understand itself, and at that moment, it will transcend itself. It will become something else, something even greater, another Big Bang! Only this time,
You know,
consciously directed.
I always thought Freddy was a little
You
taller
must
than
know
that.
Exactly what it's doing.
Either that or Gerald Doyle's just like huge.
Michael.
Uh-oh.
Now, you show me the door out of here, or your feet are the only things you're gonna see for the rest of your crummy life.
Oh, this is phony! Waste of material!
Okay, I gotta say this. I'm sorry.
Surrender, but you.
I gotta say this. This fight sequence might be the best fight sequence I've ever seen on Babylon 5. Like I couldn't tell who's attacking who. The lighting, like kudos to the lighting guy. The cinematography of this, the fight choreography. Hands down, this is the best fight sequence I've ever seen on Babylon 5.
Change your mind. No one will know.
I am a ranger! We walk in the dark places no others will enter. We stand on the bridge and no one may pass. We live for the one.
We die
for the one.
We stand on the bridge and no one may pass. Okay, Gandalf. Oh my gosh. I guess the one is Delenn.
I've just broken 2 of your ribs.
Ow.
Sorry.
3.
Take that 3. Why all of this? Pride, duty. You've been trained well, but you must have known you couldn't win. So why do it?
For her. Live for the one.
It is Delenn. I like it.
This is 17. In Phelan's name.
Somebody gonna come rescue him? Pop Naroon in the back of the head or something? You know, this feels like one of those episodes like TKO where like all of this stuff should be intercutting and like somehow
who disappeared.
meaning the same thing.
No. We do not believe in violence.
Somebody does.
I don't
He must
think
have gotten
it
in
is,
here
but
somehow.
That's just what it
So there
feels
must
like
be
it
a way
should be
out.
doing.
Which way?
You still do not understand, do you? Now, if we are the universe, then the universe must consume us in an act of absolute purity. Now, within the universe, we have a perfect predator. No instinct, no thought, except for the hunt. Living perfection. When it is our time, we choose to return to the universe through that perfection. Through the Tsar.
Tsar?
What is a
There's
Tsar?
in here. Are you nuts? That's one of the most dangerous aliens in the whole sector.
Wait a minute, time out. So their cult believes that if you allow yourself to be eaten by the Zarg, then that will reunite you with the universe. That's what they believe. Oh, this is too good. This is too good.
There is now blood between us, and there is blood between the warrior caste and the humans. I do not think they would die for me, but they would die for you. Entilza.
So what does that mean that there's blood between the castes? So he just named her Entilza. Is this the Zarg? Okay. So Naroon just acknowledged she's Entilza. Okay. That's progress. That's progress. Okay. I dig it. Grade 17. All right. Zarg. Okay. Here we go. Silver bullets. Oh, is he going to shoot that gun at him? Oh.
I don't see why you're fighting this, Michael. To be consumed by the universe in one of its most perfect forms, well, that's the highest destiny one can achieve.
Oh, yeah? Then why the hell are you in here with me instead out there with that thing?
Oh, he's going to make a gun.
Well, then you better get your transcendent butt behind me and hope this works out because we only got one chance. Assuming this doesn't kill us before it does.
This is like Kirk and the Gorn, man. Kirk just made a cannon out of nothing. He's making a gun out of nothing. Oh, got him.
We're gonna find a way out of here, aren't we? I hate Gray Sector.
Perhaps it is true what Delenn said, that we are not of the same blood, that we are of the same heart.
You know, I like this level of respect. Oh.
The next time you want a revelation, could you possibly find a way that isn't quite so uncomfortable?
You know, I really like this level of respect between Naroon and Marcus after all that. I dig that, man. That is cool. You know, Delenn's got to come to terms with the idea that people are going to die for her. I like this Naroon. I am very interested to see what happens with him. I know this episode's almost over, but I hope we get more Naroon in the future. I want to see what happens with him. Not of the same blood, but of the same heart.
You wouldn't believe the day I've had.
The day you've had? We had an assault on Marcus. Someone got into the Rangers ceremony, could have killed Delenn. And where were you?
Well, first, there was this missing maintenance man. That was after I found out that the entire 17th floor of Gray Sector had completely disappeared. This weird cult had taken over the place. See, that was the thing about it. And there wasn't a way out. But there was, except it was spiritual. And you had to die a perfect death. And either it was going to kill me or I was going to kill it. And am I going too fast for you?
Okay. All right. So that's grade 17 is missing. I said earlier that I understand that this is one that a lot of people don't like. JMS even apologized for it. I don't know why. I'll be honest with you. I rather enjoyed this episode. I thought it was a good episode. Yes, the whole stuff with grade 17 and Garibaldi and Freddy and all those guys, the Zarg, that was all goofy. That was goofy as hell. And you could cut it out of the episode, wouldn't be a thing. The whole thing with Marcus and Naroon and Delenn is gold. Like, I enjoyed this episode. This is a good episode, folks. I don't know why you guys hate it. I literally can't think of a thing as far as why JMS would apologize for this. It had the best fight sequence I've ever seen in Babylon 5. I still can't figure out why Grey 17 was missing. If it went from 16 to 18 and it went through twice the time, then obviously 17's there in the middle, right? But it didn't. It just took twice the time to get to 17. So that was weird. Yeah, but I mean, man, that whole thing with Naroon, the way Naroon changed through this, like, I want to go watch this again. This is a good episode, folks. It's a good episode. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed watching me enjoy it. And hopefully you will enjoy Jeff and I's discussion on this when that comes out on Monday. So you guys make sure you come back and watch that. Then also subscribe to the show on your podcatcher of choice. We're out there on all of them if you just want the audio version. Totally understand that. And yeah, that's going to get it for me for today. Please like, subscribe, share this, and all that sort of stuff. And we'll see you guys next time here on Brent Watches Babylon 5. Bye, guys.